Hello guys, welcome back to another country iceberg. Today we are going over the iceberg of Netherlands. Enjoy! Windmills. Windmills were originally built for practical tasks, like pumping water out of low-lying land, grinding grain, and sawing wood. Because much of the country sits below sea level, these windmills helped keep the land dry and made farming possible. Many historic windmills still stand today, especially in places like Kinderdijk and Zaanse. Clogs. Clogs in the Netherlands were traditionally worn by farmers, fishermen, and laborers because they protected feet from mud, sharp objects, and wet conditions. They're carved from wood, usually willow or poplar, and surprisingly comfortable once broken in. Today, most Dutch people don't wear clogs for daily life, but they're still used in some rural jobs and festivals. Polders. Polders are areas of land in the Netherlands that were reclaimed from lakes, marshes, or the sea and then enclosed by dikes. Once the water was pumped out, originally by windmills, the land became usable for farming, housing, and towns. Because much of the Netherlands lies below sea level, polders are essential for keeping the country dry and livable. Tulips. Tulips were introduced to the Netherlands in the 1500s and quickly became a national symbol. They famously triggered tulip mania in the 1600s, one of the first recorded economic bubbles. Today, the Netherlands is one of the world's largest producers and exporters of tulips. Bicycles. Bicycles are a major part of daily life in the Netherlands, where flat terrain and well-designed bike paths make cycling easy and efficient. Most people use bikes for commuting, shopping, and school, often more than cars. Cities like Amsterdam and Utrecht are especially known for their huge bike parking garages and cycling culture. Dikes. Dikes are large embankments built to hold back water and protect low-lying land from flooding in the Netherlands. They surround polders and coastal areas, creating barriers between the land and the sea or rivers. Some dikes are centuries old, while others are modern, reinforced structures with advanced technology. Delta works. The delta works are a massive system of dams, storm surge barriers, dikes, and sluices built in the Netherlands after the disastrous 1953 North Sea flood. Their main purpose is to protect the country from future flooding and control the flow of the sea into vulnerable areas. The most famous structure, the Oosterscheldeketting, can open and close depending on weather conditions. Vincent van Gogh. Vincent van Gogh was a Dutch painter known for his bold colors, emotional intensity, and distinctive brushwork. Although he created over 2,000 artworks, he sold almost none during his lifetime and struggled with mental health. His most famous works include Starry Night, Sunflowers, and The Bedroom. VOC. The VOC, or Dutch East India Company, was a powerful trading company founded in 1602 by Johan van Oldenbarnevelt. It created a global trade network dealing in spices, silk, porcelain, and other valuable goods from Asia. The VOC operated its own ships, armies, and colonies, effectively acting like a state within a state. It became one of the world's first multinational corporations and the first company to issue publicly traded shares. Drenthe. Drenthe is a quiet, rural province in the northeast of the Netherlands, known for its forests, heathlands, and prehistoric sites. It's especially famous for its hunebedden, ancient stone tombs built by the funnelbeaker culture. The province has a low population density, giving it a peaceful, nature-focused character. Gerrit Schimmelpenninck. Gerrit Schimmelpenninck was a Dutch statesman and reformer in the early 19th century. He played a key role during the Batavian Republic and served as Grand Pensionary, effectively the head of government, from 1805 to 1806. Schimmelpenninck pushed for modernization and administrative reforms inspired by Enlightenment ideas. Nuclear weapons. It hosts U.S. nuclear weapons and has aircraft trained to deliver them if necessary. Specifically, Dutch F-16 fighter jets have been equipped and trained to carry American B-61 nuclear bombs stored at the Volkel Air Base. These weapons remain under U.S. control unless a decision is made to deploy them during a conflict. D66. D66 is a Dutch political party, founded in 1966, that promotes progressive, social liberal values. It emphasizes individual rights, democracy reform, education, environmental sustainability, and European integration. D66 often positions itself as a centrist party, advocating for modernizing Dutch politics and society. Mark Rutte. Mark Rutte is a Dutch politician who has served as the Prime Minister of the Netherlands since 2010, making him one of the longest-serving leaders in Dutch history. He leads the People's Party for Freedom and Democracy, a center-right liberal party focused on free markets, individual responsibility, and pragmatic governance. Rutte is known for his calm, pragmatic style and ability to build coalition governments in the Netherlands multi-party system. He's known for some naughty things that I can't say here, because I want this video to stay monetized. If you want to find it yourself, go ahead. Wilders. Geert Wilders is a Dutch politician known for leading the Party for Freedom, a right-wing populist party. He is famous for his strong stance against immigration, especially from Muslim countries, and for criticizing Islam's influence in the Netherlands. Wilders is a controversial figure, often sparking heated debates about freedom of speech, nationalism, and multiculturalism. The Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman is a legendary ghost ship said to sail the seas forever, unable to make port, doomed to roam as a curse. Originating from the 17th century nautical folklore, it's often linked to sailors' superstitions about bad omens and doomed voyages. According to the tale, the ship's captain defied the elements or God and was condemned to sail eternally. Witte Wieven. The Witte Wieven are figures from Dutch and German folklore, often described as spirits or elves. They are believed to be the ghosts of wise women, healers, or witches who lived long ago and now appear as misty, white-clad figures. In legends, they can be helpful by sharing knowledge or healing, but sometimes they're also seen as eerie or dangerous, especially if disturbed. Hugo de Jong. Hugo de Jong is a Dutch politician and member of the Christian Democratic Appeal Party. He served as Minister of Health, Welfare, and Sport from 2017 to 2022, playing a key role in the Netherlands' response to the COVID-19 pandemic. De Jong is known for his calm and pragmatic approach, especially during public health crises. And apparently, he might have some kind of sugar addict, if you know what I mean. Almere dock murder. The Almere dock murder refers to a tragic criminal case that happened in Almere, a city in Flevoland, Netherlands. In this incident, a person was found murdered near the docks or harbor area of Almere, drawing significant media attention due to the circumstances and investigation. The case involved local police efforts to solve the crime and brought focus to safety concerns in the area. Cornelis Drebbel. Cornelius Drebbel was a Dutch inventor and engineer, best known for building the world's first navigable submarine in the early 1600s. Working for the English court, he developed this early underwater vessel that could submerge and travel beneath the Thames River. Drebbel was also skilled in optics, mechanics, and alchemy, creating various inventions including improvements to clocks and chemical devices. Pim Fortuyn. Pim Fortuyn was a Dutch politician and sociologist known for his outspoken, charismatic, and controversial style. He founded the Pim Fortuyn List Party in 2002, advocating for stricter immigration policies, criticism of Islam's influence in the Netherlands, and reforms in Dutch society. Fortuyn's rise shocked Dutch politics, but just days before the 2002 general election, he was assassinated, making him one of the first European politicians killed for political reasons in decades. Hawija explosion. The Hawija explosion refers to a tragic event that occurred in Hawija, a town in Iraq, where a powerful explosion caused significant casualties and damage. Hawija has experienced violence and conflict, especially related to ISIS occupation and subsequent military operations. Explosions there often result from bombings, clashes, or attacks targeting security forces or civilians. Efteling. The Efteling is a famous theme park in the Netherlands, known for its fairy tale and fantasy-themed attractions. Opened in 1952, it's one of the oldest theme parks in the world and a major tourist destination. The park features enchanting rides, dark rides, shows, and beautifully landscaped gardens inspired by myths, legends, and folklore. Zeedijk Ghost. The Zeedijk Ghost is a famous Dutch urban legend about a ghostly figure that supposedly haunts the Zeedijk area in Amsterdam. According to the story, the spirit is often seen near the old docks or streets, sometimes described as a mysterious woman or sailor doomed to wander. Tales of the Zeedijk Ghost have been part of local folklore for centuries, adding an eerie vibe to one of Amsterdam's oldest neighborhoods. Kettingstein. A kettingstein is a type of large stone or concrete block used in Dutch water management and civil engineering to protect dikes, riverbanks, and shorelines from erosion caused by water currents and waves. These stones are often placed along embankments and shorelines, sometimes tied together with chains or arranged tightly to form a sturdy barrier. Bleeding Stone of Kernhem. The Bleeding Stone of Kernhem is a local Dutch legend from the village of Kernhem in Gelderland. According to the tale, there is a large stone that is said to bleed or appear to ooze red liquid, believed to be connected to a tragic event or a curse from the distant past. This mysterious stone has sparked folklore involving ghosts, guilt, or supernatural punishment. Blauw Gerrit. Blauwe Gerrit was the most famous tormentor from the Netherlands, also known as Blauw Gerrit or Blauwbroek. He was known all across the Veluwe in the province of Gelderland, mainly Vorst, Boeslo, Elspiet, Elburg, Geitelo, Heelsum, Hulshorst, and Staverden. Several different claims were made about his appearance, but they all had the color blue in common. Gijsbert Tjark Tienhoven. Gijsbert Tjark Tienhoven was a Dutch politician and statesman who served as Prime Minister of the Netherlands from 1891 to 1894. A member of the liberal political movement, he focused on social reforms, education, and economic modernization during his tenure. Tienhoven was known for his moderate and pragmatic approach to governance in a time of growing political change. Belmerump. The Belmerump was a tragic disaster that occurred on October 4, 1992, in the Belmermeer neighborhood of Amsterdam. An El Al cargo plane crashed into two high-rise apartment buildings, causing a massive fire and the deaths of 43 people, including crew, residents, and rescuers. The crash raised questions about aircraft safety, urban planning, and emergency response in densely populated areas. Frikandelbroodje. A frikandelbroodje is a popular Dutch snack consisting of a frikandel wrapped in puff pastry and baked until golden. It's like a savory meat-filled pastry, crispy on the outside and juicy inside. You can find it at many Dutch bakeries and snack bars, often enjoyed as a quick, tasty treat. The Familia Caritatis. The Familia Caritatis was a mystical religious movement that emerged in the 16th century in the Netherlands and parts of Germany. Founded by Hendrik Nicolais, it emphasized inner spirituality, love, and tolerance over formal church rituals and dogma. The group practiced secrecy due to persecution and sought to live a peaceful, communal life based on love and personal faith. And that was the end of the Netherlands iceberg. Thanks for watching, and bye.